Guess maybe I should have got a little taller block of wood. The guy could have seen over the hood there a little bit then. Yeah, okay, I can see what we got to do here. Kind of like what I thought. Hey, we got these spot welds right there. You can actually see them pretty easy there. There's that one right there, and then there's another one over there, and there's one right there. This actually looks pretty solid on the bottom, so it was rusting from the inside out, which is kind of different, but maybe not so much. Maybe that's the way they do it. But anyway, I think we're going to drill these spot welds out, and then that should loosen this piece. I'm going to drill a couple of holes up on top and then look down here to see where we're at, but I got a pretty good idea where we're going to be at anyway. I just don't want to get into this structure right here, you know, because all of that's real good, and the flange for it actually curves going that way, not this way. So a guy should be able to cut right alongside that, or you know, this way a little bit, because that's pretty good meat right there, and have something good to weld to. This came out just about right up here, right to the edge of where it was bad, and then right to the edge of that cross member. So we hit that just about right. So, and we got a few spot welds on this side to do as well. Doesn't look like too big of a deal. So I'm gonna go grab a drill motor and a drill bit and probably a step bit or something like that. It'll work fine on there. And then we'll have a hole when we get the sheet metal on there. Then we can just re-spot weld it like it was before. Right? Looks pretty straightforward anyway, unless there's some kind of hidden secrets that I don't know about. The rest of this, man, the rest of this looks really nice. You know, it just needs a good coat of paint in there here. Seal it back up again. All right, let's get to work. Well, now we can kind of tell where that body mount is at for sure. We're pretty close to it. I mean, that's the edges where the spot welds were at. I think if we stick to a straight line here, pretty close to it, we can hug this side just a little bit because the metal's pretty good right there. I think if we just do something like that, take the line out. I don't think there's anything back behind here that I know of. I'll take one more peek, but you know, this is just a carpenter square, the small one. You can probably get those for $10 at Walmart or something like that. They don't take no special tools. I just drilled these holes with one of these step bit things. You can get them at, you know, Hobo Freight for, you know, $20 for a whole set of them. You know, they make several different sizes, but anyways, just about anybody could do this stuff, you know. I guess I'm not no professional, that's for sure. We're just gonna try and do the best we can. That light ain't really in the most perfect spot, is it? I can see, but you poor guys can't really. But anyway, that brake pedal I can't do nothing about. There you go. Anyways, over here on the wall, I got a couple spots like right there. Right there's one on that wall we're gonna have to address. Right below that. we're gonna have to address that little hole there, and there's some other pinholes right along that wall, but I don't think that's gonna be too big a deal. At least that's what we can hope. We got another one up here, you know, so when we cut this out along here, we should be good. Let's go across here like kind of like that. You know, if a guy wants to watch some real masters at sheet metal repair, you know, there's quite a few of them on YouTube here. There really is. There's some really great. It's just like Rat Rod Bob working on that C10. You know, he holy cow, this was nothing compared to what he went through on that C10. That was pretty amazing what he did with that. Sure, I understand it's a rat rod and that's what he's all about, but still, you know, he did some really cool work on that truck, and now he's building the motor for it. So, you know, you guys tune into his channel. It'll be a lot more exciting than mine, and that's fine, you know. Bellows down in San Diego, those guys do amazing sheet metal work. Fitzy's up in Canada, Make It Custom up in Canada. Then you got Dan over at DD Speed Shop. I mean, doing them 4-door to 2-door swaps. I mean, come on, that's just crazy stuff right there. You know, I gotta say, I'm impressed with all of their work. So this is just child's play for them guys, you know. But I'm trying, you know, to do something I haven't done before. You know, I haven't replaced floorboards. I mean, we've hacked up some old cars, and we were building kind of rat rod stuff when rat rod stuff wasn't cool, you know, because we didn't have no money, so we just patched holes the best we could. But anyways, let's cut some sheet metal, for crying out loud. Here we go, we're on the passenger side, taking a little break. You know, we got that far, and it's looking pretty good. I just got to think about that wall a little bit and clean that up some more, because I think we're going to end up cutting some of that wall out. But anyway, back to the passenger side here. What we were talking about yesterday, heater core and all that stuff. You see that? How that's wet right there. And then it drips down like it did here. And then it gets in underneath, because it'll drip on that carpet. And instead, you know, that carpet is supposed to have a rubber underlining so it doesn't ever get underneath there. But if it's soaking back in there, you're back behind the carpet, especially when it gets old. It shrinks up a little bit, then it kind of curls out a little bit on the edges, and then all that antifreeze is going to get in that underlayment, that insulation underlayment, and it'll just start soaking. And this whole thing, when I pulled it up the other day, was just soaking wet, the whole thing, and that was antifreeze. No, it's not water like they left the window open and it rained in here, you know. At least that'd be clean water. No, it was freaking antifreeze. You know, chemical stuff on your floor where you're riding along. You know, you can't have that. You can see it went clear out into here. You can see, you know, antifreeze in a way in some components, especially open air like that, can be kind of corrosive, you know. Ate the paint right off of this thing, you know. So anyways, if you got a drip like that and you keep wondering, well, how come my floor is wet and everything, you know, it's summertime, you know, or I keep my car inside and the snow doesn't get in it because we drive something else or whatever. If your floorboard's getting wet, take a look up on the inner firewall right there. And if it's dripping, you got a heater core going out. We ordered one late last night. It's on the way. But anyway, the groove is coming out nice and clean. I got that weather stripping in there. We got new weather stripping coming. But anyways, yeah. Yeah, the seam sealer and everything's still intact down in there. And up in here in the corner, and I don't see any signs of any kind of damage or anything serious that we can't buff out. But yeah, okay guys, that's what I ended up doing over there, and I'll just cut a piece that size and lay it in there. It all gets covered up. But we're going to try and do the best job that we can to make it look right. You know, I don't want to try to hide anything and make it look like, you know, this ain't a truck that I'm trying to sell anyway. This is something I think I'm going to drive for a while. And anyways, I'm not trying to hide anything, you know, so I want it obvious that I worked on it. Alright, I'm done for the evening. See you tomorrow. We got all these pieces here we gotta clean up and sand down and put some paint on.